Finbouquet asked this question, Surya, what are the returns on ULIP policies? There's a lot of buzz around the new age ULIPs these days. And I think it's important to differentiate and spend a little time telling people what these are vis-a-vis the earlier, much maligned ULIPs, which came with a lot of charges and a lot of costs. But on a return-to-return basis, have they pretty much been at par with mutual funds?
I think, Vivek, they're really catching up now as far as the returns on ULIPs are concerned. But the only challenge when you talk about ULIPs, yes, where we have been around 10-15 years back on ULIPs when they were actually launched in India, that's I think good 15 years back, and now which is so-called the 4G ULIP plans, which are the new avatar of the ULIP options you carry. Definitely, they have actually come a long way. The charges have come down a lot, and they are now, I think, to a certain extent, in some cases, are even better off than your normal mutual fund. The challenge still remains on the liquidity factor. But talking about a pure returns perspective, I think you should do a comparison of these net of charges, net of expenses. That's what really matters to any investor when you talk about the returns, because that's what really comes in your hand. So if you look at a performance perspective, you have to look at different options available like a mutual fund in ULIPs also. So you have a debt category, you have a balance category, you have an equity category. Of course, ULIP calls it by different names. Someone call it maximizer, allocator. So different names kind of float around by different companies. So you have to first kind of understand the jargon being used by these ULIP plans, that what are the real plans they are offering you, because it's not very synchronized when you talk about the options available in the ULIP plans. So you have to compare a large cap with a large cap, diversified with a multi-cap strategy, mid cap with a mid cap, bond with a long bond or a short bond, liquid and so on and so forth. So once you do a comparison and then you look at the indicator, you will actually find that performance of some of them are really now catching up with the mutual fund performances. But yes, because you have the legacy when the charges are very high, you don't find the returns happening in the same order. But that's primarily also because of the huge debits they have on the expense ratios they carry. That will still take some time before they really do a real comparison of the same. But yes, if you look at a shorter duration now, you're actually saying they're actually coming close to it, but they'll still take some time before you really find the comparison, because now these new plans, which actually have come in the offering only in the last few months, Vivek, you find them really competitive and in line or even better than a mutual fund. So going forward, you will find these charges being mitigated and the true comparison coming off. But yes, there is surely an improvement happening over there.